Hi folks, I was thinking like things can get really tough in life, and then it can just take little things chipping away at us to turn our day from feeling great to feeling rubbish, and sometimes big things do that as well. But I bought a bunch of books about psychology, to try and figure out ways to make things better, and there's one really good book. It's called the Handbook of Self-Determination Research. The Handbook of Self-Determination Research, and it's a full-on like academic book about basically like they're trying to figure out the factors that help us to feel motivated to do things and to try and achieve our goals and all that sort of stuff, and basically like trying to figure out like why we want to do things and all that. I'm not doing very well at studying it when I find it hard to define what the book's about. But like the point I've got out of the book so far is and it sounds so obvious, but it's worth remembering, like when we're trying to build up how we're feeling and we're trying to build up our lives, is and it sounds so obvious, it almost seems stupid to like have to mention it really, but then it's easy to forget as well that like just lots of little small things that we build up over time actually contribute to how we feel, so like if we're having a rubbish day, if we manage to like do a few little small things to make our day better, then that can have a knock-on effect in so many other aspects of our day, and just generally cheer us up, so like I've been meaning to like try and do this in my life, but and see if it works and all that. But when I think about it, it's true, like if we're having a tough day and then we manage to do just one little thing that helps us to feel better, it can totally turn the day into a much better day, so it's worth thinking about, if we're having a really tough day or a really tough week or a really tough life, like it's worth just trying to do one little small thing that helps us to feel better about our day, and then it might go wrong as well, which is one thing that keeps pushing me back down in life is just emotionally and all that, is when I try and do things and it doesn't work. But then if we keep on trying to do more things even when we don't really feel like it, it's I think it's worth trying to do things we meant to do, because the more things we do try and do, the more chance there is some of them might work, and then if some of them work, that can really help to cheer up our day. So I think if we're having a tough day, it really is worth trying to do just little small things, like, and I know it sounds like maybe too small, but like even just like making a nice cup of tea for yourself, it can really cheer up your day, and little things like that. It doesn't have to be a major thing, because in that book of like studies into it all, they found that people in the studies that had lots of really small things they'd done that cheered them up, overall they had a much better sense of well-being in life. They generally felt a lot better in life after a few months. And it wasn't through big massive achievements or anything like we keep getting told online that we're supposed to like become multi-millionaires and all this stuff. Like the people that were actually happy, like they'd just done lots of small things, and also in the studies they found that people that did big massive aims, like getting rich and all that, they weren't actually happier than the people who'd done lots of small things. The people who were happiest in the studies were the people that had done just small things regularly in their life that made them feel good, and just like little things, not becoming multi-millionaires, and you know, they found that the people that had achieved the big goals, like, were actually quite unhappy, is what I'm getting from reading these studies, you know. So, you know, the ones that are really happiest are the ones that just thought, you know, what would I really like to actually have in life that would help my soul to feel good. And, you know, it can be small things like phoning someone you care about and having a nice conversation with them, or, you know, going out and looking at a nice view somewhere, or, you know, making a nice cup of tea for yourself, making a nice meal for yourself, you know. You know, when we're really struggling in life, you know, it can be a massive thing to do these things, you know, like just to take care of ourselves. But doing those little things can really help a lot to build up how we feel in our days, and to build up our days to where we're feeling a lot better, you know. So, and those studies I was reading in that research book, they basically prove it really conclusively, really strongly. Like they prove that just doing lots of little small things, like the more small things we do that are nice for us, like even little really small things we do for ourselves, if we do more and more and more of those things, overall over time, like the people that do those things feel a lot better, you know. And we can still have big struggles in life, but, you know, like I've been really struggling sometimes recently to keep my spirits up with different things, but you know, like just doing little things like going out and looking at the seagulls here gliding by, and that it heals my soul, you know. And like, I think it's good to try and find little things we can do that like cheer us up and make our day better. And if you're having a tough time, I really hope things get a lot better really soon. And I'm finding in these research books, like it basically, it seems pretty clear that, and it's you know, if we do lots of small things just that make us feel nice, it can make a massive difference in how we feel over time. And at first we might not notice the difference, but over time it can really help. And I noticed that with my depression and all that, when I was in real crisis with it and all that, you know, when I was doing small things to try and cheer up my day, like, you know, watching my favourite comedy series or something. Like, I've watched the Red Dwarf DVDs thousands of times because I used to just stick it on to try and just have something nice in the background, you know. But like, by doing those things, like over time, like it at the time it feels like it's not making a difference, but over months and years, just doing lots of little small nice things for yourself can build up that, like climbing up a ladder, you know. It can, you know, just those little small steps and those things we climb up can make a massive difference to how we feel, like making ourselves a nice cup of tea, making ourselves cozy in our flat or whatever, and you know, trying to keeping negative things out of our life. Even small things can make a massive difference as well. Like if there's things that bug you or keep pulling you down, or people that keep on knocking you down in how you feel, like the friends that, like, they're good 60% of the time, but 40% of the time you come away feeling really down. I found like getting those people out in life and just keeping them at a safe distance, or just completely shutting them out, made a massive difference to how I felt over time, you know. Because even though there was positive things about the time with them, if anyone knocks you down a little bit, those little knockdowns can knock you down a lot, you know. And so yeah, also all the little steps we can make to protect and build up how we feel, even if it seems like a small thing at the time, if we keep on doing those small things and do nice things for ourselves and protect ourselves from negative things and sort out all the bugging things in our environment, in our house or whatever, that keep knocking down how we feel, like the rattling vent in the wall or something. Like if we fix all those little things and build up doing nice things and all that, it's amazing what a difference that can make over time. And I still get knocked down. I still have days where I just suddenly get hit by stuff and I'm crashed right back down. But by doing small things, we can, like, you know, when I'm in those moments of crisis and all that, like, and really feeling massively down and all that, if I do little small things like just like securing the situation in an emergency, you know, like just make sure I stop the bad stuff from becoming any worse, and like protect myself from the bad stuff, and like try and build up almost like a cocoon of niceness, and just feel, you know, stabilize the patient in an emergency, you know, like you know, if we can just do little things to protect how we feel in tough times, and we do little things to build up how we feel, the more of those little things we do to make ourselves feel better, or to protect our situation, or to build up our situation, the more of those things we do, the better we can feel in the long run, and the bigger difference it can make in life as well, because in the long term, if we do lots of small things to build up our lives, it can have a massive knock-on effect in all kinds of other ways, like, because like Robert Sapolsky, the lecturer and all kinds of things, said, like, in a complex system, even a small change in that system can have a massive knock-on effect in the system, to where we can't tell what long-term effect it'll have, really, just that small change. So if we make a small positive change in our system, our environment, our lives, if we make a small positive change in our lives, that can have a massive long-term effect in so many ways in our life, and in the way things go for us. So I really hope this helps. I was meaning to make this a short video, but I think it's important stuff, so I hope it helps. And if you're having a tough time, it really is worth just trying to do little small things, and it might not feel like it makes a difference at first, but it really does in the long run. You know, and even if we get knocked down, doing this positive things for ourselves can make us feel better than we would have if we'd not done those things. So we might still feel rubbish, but we would have felt a lot more rubbish if we'd not done anything nice for ourselves. So really, even if we still feel really down after doing positive things for ourselves, please believe that it's having a positive effect in the long term on how you're going to feel about things. And also, I was thinking with life, you know, like, I was thinking a good reason, because sometimes when I'm really down, it's hard to find reasons to do things. But I was thinking, I'm going to start trying to have a reason to do things for myself, of, like, if I don't try and do positive things, and if I don't try and do the things I meant to do in life, I'm going to feel so bad, like, in years to come, if I manage to make it to years to come, you know, like, because who knows what the future holds for anyone, you know, but that's a whole other issue. Like, I'm trying to end on a happy note, but like, what I'm thinking is, like, if we don't try and do the things we meant to do because we feel rubbish and we feel too down to do anything, or we feel too down or too stressed out to talk to someone that cares about us, or we feel too down or too depressed to try and do things we meant to, like, in the long run, if we don't try and do the things we meant to, even when we don't feel like doing them, if we don't try and do them, we're going to feel a lot worse in the long run, that when we look back and we think, oh, I didn't even try and do that stuff in life. But if we try and do the stuff we hope to do in life, and we hope to build up, even the small things like make our space nicer or something, if we try and do the things we meant to do, or build skills in things we want to learn, you know, or things we'd like to do, like, have a think about what would I love to do in life, and then try and learn how to do it. Look online, how do I do this, like, and try and do the things. And it might be difficult at first, but if we keep on trying, we're going to look back on that time, and even if we don't make it, we're going to feel like, yeah, I fucking tried, I really did. And it might work, so excuse my language, but it's important stuff, so you know, I really hope, you know, you're important, you know, like, and the world tends to make us feel rubbish about ourselves, because a lot of advertising and stuff, the messages we get off the media and that, it's to make us feel rubbish about ourselves, it's to make us feel weak, it's to make us feel like we have no power, because they don't want us to feel strong, they don't want us to be economically strong. That's why they keep hitting us with recessions every 10 or 15 or 20 years, because people have been building themselves up, and they're like, oh wait a minute, the masses are becoming strong, knock them down with a recession and inflation. It happens over and over again. They don't want us to feel strong. You know, I know that sounds crazy maybe to some people, but believe me, these people at the top are playing chess like with people's lives, you know, and civilizations' lives, and you know, they've been doing it for a long time, like you know, all these grand architects and all that stuff, you know, like so that's a whole other thing for another lot of videos, but like, yeah, like, so they want us to feel rubbish, I'm sure of it, like, and that's possibly why we keep on getting knocked down. When we start looking at all the media stuff and that, we start feeling rubbish, and you know, society's getting more and more that way, where people are being set up to attack each other about the fact we are what we are, you know, and all that. And you know, like, no matter what you are in life, like, there's someone that's making us feel we shouldn't be, you know, like, you know, so instead of live and let live, which I personally prefer, it's like, I don't care what anyone wants to be, as long as they're not telling me what I'm supposed to think or do, you know, and then we can all live in peace and harmony, you know, by disagreeing and agreeing that it's okay to disagree about stuff, you know. But that's a whole other thing for another video as well. I've got a lot of new videos I could do from this stuff, but yeah, my point is basically that I was meaning to do a minute-long video, really, just saying, if we do lots of small things that we want to do, like, it can have a massive effect long term on how we feel about ourselves. And so if you're having a really tough time, and if you're in real crisis and all that, it helps a lot, believe me. I've pulled myself out of crisis a few times by doing this. Just think, what do I need to do to make myself feel better in this moment? And like, is it like hide under the duvet and watch some comedies and get a nice cup of tea? Because believe me, in real crisis, that is a wise move to do. And don't let anyone tell you that you're being lazy or whatever. Like, if you're protecting yourself from crisis, you've got to stabilize how you feel in real moments of crisis, and just protect yourself and how you feel. And to do that, when we're stressed out, our system, our brains needs to feel safe. We need to make the environment safe. We need to make it so there's no stressors hitting us, and then from that we can build up how we feel and build up being able to do things again over time, you know. And so yeah, I hope this is useful stuff. And I was just thinking, that book made me think, like, it's like conclusively proved in these studies that people that just do lots of little small things that make them, you know, nice things for themselves and little achievements and all that, over time it makes them feel a lot happier than people who have tried to do big massive aims that, you know, even if they become multi-millionaires, they're actually still quite unhappy, a lot of them. And you know, whereas the people that have done little things like phoned their friend or built stronger links with people they want things to be good with, you know, and done little things to make things nice, spent nice time with people that they like to spend time with, and or spent nice time with yourself, like just doing nice things to make yourself feel good, you know. People that have done those things, like, they're much happier in the long run, you know, and it's been proven in these studies, or proven, but yeah, I better go for now, but I hope this helps. And yeah, it really is worth trying. Just I've pulled myself up from feeling so down sometimes, even just like last night I was feeling massively down about something, like being able to be at this house, to be honest. I really need to get rich really quickly so I can buy this house. So if anyone is a multi-millionaire and you would please give me the money to buy this house, I would love that, because this is where I get my peace. It's not my house. I'm just really lucky to be able to stay here. And you know, it's like, that's something that I've been really struggling with, is the thought of not being able to be here. So but what I'm trying to do with that is, like, I'm trying to think, what do I need to do to improve the situation and to make things better, and what do I need to do to fix this situation and to sort it out. And I'm trying to do the small steps to save the day, you know. So And at least, even if it doesn't work, at least I'll be able to feel I tried, you know. So because it's horrible to look back on things and feel like, oh, I didn't even try and save that situation, you know. But if we try, at least we can feel we tried. So it's really worth, like, if you're having a tough time, just think, what would I really like to do? What are the little things I would love to do? What would make me feel happier right in this moment? What would make me feel safe? What would make me feel better in this moment? What would make me feel even a little bit better in this moment? And like, have a nice cup of tea or something, and like, you know, and do those things, and don't listen to people that are being negative about it, and don't listen to people that are making you feel bad about what you should be doing. Please, like, do what you need to do in life. It's so crucial. That can make us feel so much better in life too. And I know it's really difficult when there's people in the house we live in or something that are telling us how we should be, and it can keep knocking us down and ironically stopping us from becoming able to do more things which they're telling us we should do, you know. And by them criticizing us, it can destroy our motivation, like, ironically, which you know, but like, by doing lots of small things and to build up our skills and our ability and to build up our lives, by doing those small things we can build up a big happy life, hopefully, and save the day and make everything better, you know. So yeah, I really hope this helps, and I really hope things get better for you soon if they're tough. And honestly, it's worth just trying, even though we really don't feel like doing anything when we feel really down or really stressed. But after stabilizing the situation, like, to make ourselves feel safer, it really is worth just trying really hard to do things to make things better, and just little steps even, and that can make us feel a bit better, and then that can help us feel strong enough to do more things and build more things up and try doing more things. And then also, if we get knocked down a bit, like, if we've done more and more and more things to build ourselves up and lift ourselves up, then when we do get knocked down, we get knocked down less than we were before. So we might start down here, and, you know, we pull ourselves up by doing a few things, and then we get knocked down a bit again, but we don't go down as far as we were before, hopefully, most of the time. And like, even if we do get knocked all the way down, once we've learned the skills of, like, oh, try and do more things to build ourselves up, that like, when we realise that helps, like, then when we do have a crisis, like I did kind of a few times recently, with the thought of losing this place to be, like, when we do have those crises, if we do the little things that we know are going to help us to feel better, like make ourselves feel better in those moments, even, like, if we do those things, then that can help us pull ourselves out faster than before. So, you know, years ago it would take me months to pull myself up from feeling absolute crisis, you know, like, to being able to cheer myself up, you know. Whereas now, like, I've over time I've learned things that help me to feel better faster, and by doing those things it can help, because it might work and it might help lift us up to where we're feeling a lot better in life. And so please try and do the things that you feel would help you to feel better and that you feel you'd like to build towards in life, you know. Please try and do those things, because it's really worth trying, and you can feel a lot better that you tried as well. And even if things don't work out, we can keep trying again, and hopefully some things will work, and then we can let each other know, hey, it worked, yay! So I better go for now, but lots of love to you, and I'll see you later. Bye.